guys, my name is Tara. You can call me Tara for short, and you're welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, you're very much welcome. So oftentimes I've been asked to shoot more videos about medical school, the whole process and everything basically about it. So in this video I decided to talk about some of the things I wish I knew before coming to medical school. If you do not know, I'm currently in my 5th year of medical school, so I must say I do have quite a bit of experience. So let's just get right into this video. I do hope you like it and I do hope you learn a thing or two. So the first thing I wish I knew was actually how much you had to studying a lot. I mean, I did know before coming to medical school that you do have to study a lot, like that's the whole principle of medical school, but I actually did not grasp how much material you actually had to know. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure you can see the books behind me and there are more books. It's so ridiculous. It's like mind-bogglingly amazing the amount of material you need to learn, you need to know, and you're kind of not allowed to forget certain things. The next thing I wish I knew before coming to medical school would have to be the self-doubt. Obviously, if you find yourself in medical school, it's because you are intelligent. But then once you get into medical school, there are going to be several episodes of you doubting your intelligence and doubting yourself. Like, I do know for a fact that so many of my mates and so many of us go through this imposter syndrome where you actually do not think you deserve to be here. I still get those feelings sometimes, even though I have made it to my 5th year, but sometimes it just gets too overwhelming. And one of the worst things you can do to yourself in medical school is to compare yourself to other people, because we all have different journeys. And one thing I realized earlier in medical school was the fact that no one is intelligent in medical school and everyone is intelligent at the same time. No one is intelligent in the sense that sometimes you think you're the only one who just doesn't get it or who just doesn't understand it. But if you take a look around, you realize that all your mates are struggling just like you are. And everyone is intelligent because everyone you find around you deserves to be here. Everyone you find around you worked hard to be here. So if you're just going to focus on comparing yourself to other people, that's just going to do you more harm. So my advice would be to just focus on yourself, focus on improving yourself every single time. And that's the best way to just do better. The next thing I wish I knew before coming to medical school would have to be the fact that you continuously have to prove yourself. From your first year, second year, all the way through, you continuously have to keep proving yourself. What do I mean by this? Within the first 4 weeks of being in medical school, my first 4 weeks of being in medical school, I already had to take an exam. And that continued for every 4 to 5 weeks. Just continuously, like I continuously had to take an exam. You have no time to reset, you have no time to, so you need to be fast, you need to learn so quickly that you need to prove yourself, you need to prove that you want to be here. And another amazing thing about that point is the fact that you need to prove yourself twice, in the sense that even after you take your written exam, you still need to prove yourself clinically. And these are like just two different components and two different ways of studying, two different techniques involved in them. Another thing I wish I knew was the fact that medical school is not the answer to everything. In that part of the world, you realize that once someone is smart from junior high school, they ask you to do science. Once you do science, the chances of you getting to medical school is very high. So you'd realize that most people do not really have the passion for medicine, but they just get into medical school because they are smart. Now, this is where it gets tricky, because medicine is not the answer to everything. Medical school is not the answer to everything. You need to learn to explore other options. And even when you are in medical school, in the first couple of years, I wish I knew not to focus everything in medical school. I have learned that now, to explore other avenues, to do something else with my life, because 6 years is a very, very long time for you to dedicate your whole life into doing just medicine. If you're yet to get into medical school, I do encourage you to actually take your time and make the right decision, explore other options, and make sure you actually want to do this. The next thing I wish I knew was the fact that medical school is just the beginning. like you do expect that after high school, after you get into college, you get a job, then you start working and all of that. But once you come into the medical field, it's not the case. It's like a completely different world on its own. And I genuinely wish I knew that before. It probably wouldn't have changed my mind, but it's just something that would have probably helped me prepare better, because I'm currently going to take 6 years in medical school. I'm 5 years down. I'm left with about a year and a couple of months, but then that's just the beginning. This is still literally just the beginning, because I still have to do my housemanship, then I have to become a medical officer, after which I become a resident, then I become a specialist, then I become a consultant. Like, that's like a whole learning process on its own, and a series of exams you have to keep taking along the line. So medical school is literally just starting preschool or primary school all over again, if you get what I mean. Because in medical school, in as much as how you think the 6 years is very long, it's still like not that significant, if you get what I mean. And then another thing about the years is that you actually do not realize how long 6 years are until you're in medical school. You probably just think that, okay, once I'm here, my first year, second year, third year, but I've been in this school for so long and I'm still just in my 5th year. I still have a couple of months to go. So it's actually very, very, very long. So this brings us to the end of this video. I do hope you learned a thing or two. If you have any questions or any suggestions, kindly feel free to leave that in the comment section. I'll get to them as soon as I see them. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any further questions and you'd like to hit me up on any of the other social media platforms, the links to that will be in the description box. Please do not forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it, and please do not forget to subscribe and click on that notification bell so that you do not miss any videos. If you're interested in knowing how to get into medical school, you can check out one of my videos on how I got into medical school in Ghana. Thank you so much, and see you in my next video.